In this video, I'll be giving you a secret how to unlock your charisma. Years ago, I used to be the kid sitting in the back of class who would never raise his hand. I did not want to be seen. But over time, I learned some skill sets, some valuable tools to unleash my charisma. And what that actually does, it creates magnetic energy. And that's what I want to share with you today. So how did I go from being this shy, awkward person into unleashing my charisma? Years ago, I read a book by Stephen Covey called The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Now, I do not remember all the insights and beautiful things that I'm sure are in that book. What I do remember is in the book, he said you must continually increase your written and verbal communication skills. So I literally went on a journey to do just that. And what that led to is me becoming a best-selling author, speaker, and coach. And more importantly, just someone who can enjoy life and make social connections. At the end of this video, I'll give you an exercise that you can use to actually increase your skill sets. Before we do that, I want to hit you with some cold, hard truth. The reality is to actually create change in anything, you must continually stretch your comfort zone over and over until that becomes the new norm. So what that means is, unfortunately, there's no shortcuts. What I want you to consider doing is finding situations where you can do just that. You can stretch your comfort zone. Maybe you're looking to date people. Yes, you can use a dating app, but I also want you to go out at least once a week, make some social connections, because approaching the opposite sex can be a very powerful tool. What it does is it deconstructs your ego. It forces you into coming into the deepest part of yourself, and that is a powerful asset because you become internally validated, meaning you don't need validation from others in the world outside of you. You become the source of your validation. Now, that is a rabbit hole that we don't have time to go into right now, but I want you to consider going out at least once a week. From there, what you can do is on a daily basis, just look to increase your social connections. So maybe you're at the grocery store, maybe it's other places that you go on a frequent basis. Look to connect with other people. And the way you can do this is to add value into the environment. Oftentimes what holds you back and makes you feel awkward and stuck and feel like you can't speak when you meet somebody else is because the focus is on you. You're worried about, what do I look like? How do I sound? Do I look okay right now? But when you put the focus and add value to the other person, this changes the entire dynamic. Your voice actually loosens up, your brain lets go because you are no longer afraid of judgment because you are giving energy and value to the other person. This might look like you making people laugh, letting someone know about maybe some place they should check out or should avoid, or even making just a simple compliment can be fine. But the key is to get out of your own way and remember that you are naturally actually a social creature. As humans, we are social. The reality is so many things get in the way, so many different social conditions that were given to you from the environments you've been subjected to. So one of your goals is actually to deconstruct these things, and the best and quickest way to do it is to continually increase social pressure. So what that means is, once again, you do the new thing over and over again until that becomes your new norm. You can actively seek out situations where you're called to use your voice, state your opinion, and set your boundaries. Feel into your body and notice when you feel nerves and just change the narrative. You might be looking at nerves as a bad thing, but if you change the narrative to that's just old parts of you wanting to be the same, that can give you the courage to step forward and do the new thing. And lastly, you can use this little exercise when you find yourself in social situations. What you can do is you go into the environment and imagine everybody is a lock, like a key in a lock. Everybody is a lock and they're all stuck, they're all locked, and you are the key and have the power to unlock them. And so what you do is you go around and you introduce yourself to these people. You make a compliment, you add value to the situation, and each time you do that, you are unlocking them. And your goal is to unlock as many people as possible. And then what you'll find is by adding value, giving energy, is that later on that energy will come back to you. You'll become the center of the energy. And that, my friend, is a way to create magnetic energy. Again, the keys are to add value, get out of your own way, and continue to put yourself in situations that increase social pressure. And remember that most people think in time frames of minutes, hours, and maybe even days. But when you think in time frames of years and decades, you can become a master at any skill. So be patient with yourself, and before long, you'll become a master at these skill sets. Make sure you follow along for more content like this. Like, share, and subscribe. It costs you nothing and it goes a long ways. Peace.